Hello, learners. I I hope all of us are okay. Thank you. Uh, Thank you for coming in for the lesson. And I would just want to encourage us that we should continue reading, preparing for our KCSE, and we should also thank God that we have enough time for the same. So for today's lesson, I'll straightly go to I'll go to revision of the paper that we did, and I'll start with question number 1. Question number 1 reads, differentiate between ohmic and non-ohmic conductors, giving an example for each. I'll repeat the question anytime you enter an exam room. Kindly always remember to read a question twice for you to understand. Differentiate between ohmic and non-ohmic conductors. Ohmic, the term ohmic is from what we refer to as the Ohm's law in physics. And ohmic conductors are those conductors that obeys Ohm's law, and non-ohmic conductors are the conductors that do not obey Ohm's law. An example of an ohmic conductor: all metals are ohmic conductors, and also all electrolytes are ohmic conductors. When it comes to non-ohmic conductors, the non-ohmic conductors could be things like bulbs, diodes, and also themistors. So as a student in physics, when you are asked now to differentiate ohmic and non-ohmic conductor, during your revision, I'll expect for you to be able to go back and look at it. When we talk about Ohm's law, what does Ohm tell us? So from Ohm's law states that the current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across it, provided the temperature and other physical conditions are kept constant. So apart from differentiating between ohmic and non-ohmic conductors, you are also expected to know how to state Ohm's law. And the law in physics must be stated the way it appears. The current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference across it, provided the temperature and other physical conditions are kept constant. So again, apart from stating the law, you are also supposed to know how the graph of an ohmic conductor looks like. For like, I've drawn for you the graph of current against voltage for an ohmic conductor. The graph of current against voltage for an ohmic conductor is a straight line graph through the origin, the way it appears. It is supposed to be a straight line graph through the origin. But for the non-ohmic conductors, the graph will always appear as a curve. It will not be a straight line. So at times, maybe an examiner might ask you to differentiate the ohmic and non-ohmic conductors using graphs. And if your question comes in such a manner, kindly remember that the graph of an ohmic conductor should be a straight line graph through the origin. And apart from differentiating the ohmic and non-ohmic conductors using graphs, there are some other questions that will require you to state how you can find the resistance using the graph of current against voltage. So if a question asks you to come up with resistance using the graph of current against voltage, you are supposed to take yourself back to Ohm's law. Ohm tells us that the current flowing through a conductor